Yellows, everybody, and welcome into our super full moon Zodiac special Jupiter retrograde prep. Quite a mouthful there. And every time we have a super full moon, it's also a blue moon, which is why the phrase once in a blue moon comes, because a blue moon also comes very rarely. In fact, if I understand correctly, the next one is in 2025. But we are not going to be blue because we're going to have some fun together. Every time we have a moon activity or a planet going retrograde, we get together because this is a time for all of us to huddle together, hunker down, hug each other, and be there for one another. So thank you so much for being here today, tonight, this evening, this morning. We are all on top of a hill. It's green, there's breeze, it's cool. We're all sitting around a fire. And in the distance, the moon is either about to rise or it's going to rise, and it will soon become full. For those of us who enjoy being close to the ocean, there is also a calm, gentle sea close by. We are warm, we are safe, and we are so glad to be together today. Please take a moment to ground yourself, settle down, see yourself on that hilltop, and give gratitude to all who are here and to all who will join us on the replay. Please place your left hand on your heart chakra, center of your chest. Place your right hand above it. And also give gratitude to earth, to wind, to fire, to water, to metal, to the sky, to land, to the flowers and trees we have known, to the animals that give beauty to this planet we live on, connecting with all beings and species, pets who are in your house, send love, send thank you, send gratitude all around you. Your energies pass through the circle, making it a wheel, and through the fire, which purifies and transmutes, the smoke as well spreads this love, this thank you, and this gratitude. Breathe it in for a moment. You may even smell wood smoke. You may even smell a flower. You may even have a passing by animal. Today, we are one with all, and all is one with us. In the light of the growing moon and the permanent light of the sun, our oneness is very tangible, very visible to all of us. We love you, Earth. We love you, Sky. We love you, Moon. We love you, Sun. We love you, stars. We love you, flowers. We love you, trees. We love you, animals. We love you, fishes. We love you, creepy crawlies. We love and we are loved back. On that hilltop, see yourself opening your arms and holding it in the hands and palms of the ones next to you. Please keep your head bowed. It is sacred when we come together. It is sacred when we honor the cycles and seasons of life. It is sacred for us to meet in the light of a full moon. You may let go of each other's hands now. Your water is there, so you have some. The circle of life in which we are all meeting today will open first with those of us who are in need. Anytime we have a celestial event like a super full moon, Mercury just went retrograde, Uranus just went retrograde, Jupiter is about to go retrograde, and we are already in Venus, Neptune, and Saturn and Pluto retrograde. So things could be showing up for us. We could be having trouble with our finances, with our health, with the people around us. Whatever it is that is going on, whether it is anxiety or angst, whoever it is that needs help, please put down in the chat what it is that you're dealing with, and on a scale of 0 to 10, how strong is it? For the rest of us, we will just hold space for everybody to feel better and better and better and better before we have our fun conversation on our Zodiac sometime. Please go ahead. Like Ashling says, I feel very sick and anxious. There is nausea. For Batul, her health is of some concern at an 8. Seema says there's job-related stress at a 9. Yati says financial stability or at 7. Do you mean stability or instability? Jennifer says hip pain at 8. Deborah is having some investment pains. Casey is also having some pain and weakness in the legs at an 8. For Pat as well, it is health at an 8. Vanita says pain in the right leg, lower back pain. Ashling feels a bit teary. It's fine, my girl. Things happen on hilltops. Meena says there's a family stress which is 10 plus, and there's also health stress at a 9. And Parul says there is an uneasiness at 6 and feeling sleepy. Parul, at any time, and you will see yourself on the hilltop, there is a blanket, there is a pillow, there is a bolster, wherever you are in the circle, you will just lie down and close your eyes. Thank you so much, Dr. Casey. Pain in legs, you can leave now, absolutely. Pyle says there's a body itching at 10, there's bloating at 7. By the way, Jupiter, Saturn also, but Jupiter does a lot with our belly when he's going retrograde and when he's going direct. So all of us could be sensing some sensitivity around food, some sensitivity in the belly, just या तो खाने को मन नहीं कर रहा है या फिर बहुत खाने को मन कर रहा है. Like we could be at extremes. We could want to eat a lot, not want to eat at all. We could be teary-eyed. We could be like PMSing. Diana says there's bloating, trying to eat without gluten, which is good. Bass Angel says there are challenges and health matters and long-term, 9, so therefore it's chronic. Kathleen also has hip pain and there's constipation, and constipation and hip pain usually come together because it's the same area handling both, right? Your hips handle your intestines, which handles your bowel movement. And for Elizabeth, there's some heart congestion at a 4. And Anjali says toxic relationship loop at a 9. Anuja says health 8. Ludes, okay. That's you, got you. Namrata says there's dryness, painfulness, sometimes itchy skin, especially for right index finger. Shivani's also got pain in the legs and anxiety. Nina has also got her health problems at a 9. Yati adds to her bit with some dust allergy. And Rhonda says feeling disconnected, you can leave now, is also at a 9. It's absolutely fine, Rhonda. You've shown up. All is good. Elizabeth also has some fear around 5, and Aparna says there was some stress, worked through the decrease, now feeling good. A little bit tired because of making calls at odd times. And you too, Aparna, see yourself on the hilltop with all of us around the fire. Your blanket is there, your pillow is there, your bolster is there. Make yourself comfortable. If you doze off, you doze off. Anthony says financial at an 8. And Bana says there's a lump in the right breast. How does that make you feel, Bana? Because it could be benign. There could be nothing to it. So is there fear around it? Tell me about that. Kulvinder says family, financial, stress at 9. Dr. Radha says I was blaming myself for eating a little bit more. Now I know it's brother Jupiter. And if I remember correctly, Dr. Radha, you are a Thursday born, which is ruled by Jupiter. So you will experience Jupiter up and down a little more intensely than those of us who are not born on Thursdays. So Nilofer says, a 10, anxious, no news of my fur baby, no breakthrough in relationship, there's a stalemate. Barbara says just deep inner clearing, but okay, 4. Ali says there's money worries, there's loneliness, there's hip pain as well. And Bana also says, I feel I need to clear toxic masculine energy. It's true for most of us, including for men as well. Das Angel says unworthiness coming up, and Das Angel says I am a Tuesday born. I'm a Tuesday. Okay. Thank you, Neha. Very happy you're here as well. Everybody, see yourself on the hilltop. See yourself in the circle. The hill is gigantic. More and more of us can fit in. Dana says weight and sadness. And Dr. Kirti, Sunday born. So what affects you the most is also, you will also feel a lot in the stomach because you are ruled by the sun. And when you're ruled by the sun, it is very easy to become very cerebral, mental, and intellectual. So you can end up ignoring feelings. And then those feelings become physical pain in the body because all pain carries an unexpressed, unacknowledged emotion. Pat says palpitations coming up. 1 second. You know what? I am going to start the clearing. And I'm going to do an alchemy, which means it's not going to take me more than 1 second, but I'm going to do it for each and every one of y'all, including those on the replay. I will do a separate set for you and started. I'm starting the next round. Please have some water. When I say have water, I mean have it sip by sip. Starting the third round, please continue to sip water. And check. How is everybody doing? How much was it before, especially those of y'all who had pain? So glad So glad, Ashling. There's no fun, you know. Some things we can bear, we can find solutions to, but things like nausea, panic attacks, pain, insomnia, like, they're just no fun to deal with, you know. They're just no fun to work with also. Jennifer's pain is gone. Awesome. And Kirti is also down to a 4, which means half. She's gone from 8 to a 4. Parul has gone to 1, slightly heavy head. Parul, as you keep sipping water, it's going to become better. Anuja's got lots of burps, feeling relaxed, 8 down to 2. Excellent. And Deborah says, though I didn't say it, my investment discomfort came with low back pain, and that went from 7 to 2. So check as well, Deborah, if you're getting a new insight about what to do. Vinita is also much better. Not halved yet, but pain is definitely 40% down. Batu says little uneasy. Batu, just keep sipping water. Payal says, Payal's body itching is also down 40%. Okay, my lovelies, let me do one more round. I'm doing it for all. Keep sipping your water, and before I start, see yourself on the hilltop and send everything to this crackling fire in the center. Like, put your hands out, please, in the circle you are in, on the hilltop. Put your hands out, see yourself, and everybody is sending all the nausea, all the pain. In fact, put your feet out as well towards the fire. From your palms as well as from the soles of your feet, all the energy that is distressing you, upsetting you, stressing you, making you anxious, nervous, giving rise to pain, giving rise to nausea, giving rise to illness, giving rise to sickness, giving rise to insomnia, giving rise to itching. I just want you to see all of it flowing out of you towards the fire. And as you are watching this and sipping your water in this dimension, I am starting the next round. Started. People on the replay, your very special set begins now. And check. How is everybody doing? How were you before? How are you now? And Jennifer says, I threw all the unhappy from my hip into fire, feeling buzzy. Parul is also feeling much better, like woken up from deep sleep. Ashwin's got a sore throat from the coughing, but you are sipping the water, which is good. Barbara's feeling lighter. Dr. Kirti is at a 2. Surya, no problem at all. Flow with us from where we are right now. Yati says, feeling tired but now refreshed. And Julia says, overall feeling of lifetime regret bubbling up, wanting to release. And Julia says, burst out of your body and go into the fire on the hilltop where we are all together. Elizabeth is much more centered. Rhonda says slight nausea, but better. Still at a 5. Rhonda, say it the other way around. Seema is also calmer. Deborah says, feel like a band around my sacral chakra, blocking my creativity and trust. I feel like it's loosening and opening. Super. For Heidi as well, 4 down to 1. Anuja also says lighter and better, lots of release. And Seema says through my anger towards my dad and the fire. Very good. Naparna says with second round, felt pain on the right hip. It's gone with third round. Excellent. Pat says getting cold. Grabbed a blanket. Pat, are you getting enough food? Are you eating enough? No worries, Yogita. How are you doing? And that project that you were working on, is it sorted? Bass Angel's also got some coolness on the face. For those of you all who just joined in, I will do one more round. And first, I want you to see yourself sitting with us on a hilltop, in the center of which there is a fire. You will keep your feet extended towards the fire. You will put your hands out towards the fire, and whatever is bothering you is being released from the soles of your feet as well as from your palms. So see it going into the fire, see the fire crackling, see the flames becoming higher as it transmutes whatever is being thrown into it. Doing one round for our newbie, for our newcomers, and started. Please keep sipping water in this dimension, even as you're watching yourself over there with all of us. And check. How are we doing? How are we feeling? Pat says calmer, getting a bit sleepy. Close your eyes. Seema, we just did another round. How are you doing now? Fire, so glad your body itching is down a little bit more. That's good news, Yogita. Nilofer says feel a little better. Practice 3-5 degrees daily. Starting with you can all leave now and goodbye. Somehow feel many times nothing is working, shifting on real terms. Tell me what shifting on real terms means for you. And what do you start with? Do you identify what you're going through? Because you said you're a Sunday born. Sunday borns find it very difficult to identify a feeling or emotion. That means improving. And Julia says, don't want to leave the fire circle. We are not leaving the fire circle. We are not at all leaving the fire circle. So Anand is relaxed. Seema says, stomach issue seems lesser. Good. Namrata says, felt pain on the right upper temple. Start sipping water. Meena says, soothe it and great to release and let go of all that stuff. Superb. Hadi says, feeling great. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Zofia says, I begin smiling. Yoo-hoo. Seema, you're a Friday born. So your tendency to put the world and your family ahead of you will be very strong. There will be a desire to be self-sacrificing. You will put yourself last, but in the end, this will not work. You will not get what you seek in the giving. So, healthy boundaries, especially with family and friends, very crucial for your well-being. Carl says body itching almost gone. You're also Sunday born. Again, trouble looking at relationships. Sunday borns also either must have relationships very late in life, like you must not get married early, because it will not work. Sunday borns tend to be extremely independent and want to be independent. So the way that you work with a partner is very different from the other days. And Jennifer said, I had idea to fix my hip. Friend said she had successful keyhole surgery to fix her hip. I can visualize that for me, looking forward to permanent relief. Yes to that, why not? I am so happy, Jennifer, that you are not closed off to all solutions. Shivani says, pain has gone down. You're a Monday born. So emotions take over all the time. You will be moody. You will move with the moon. Sometimes you're okay. Sometimes you're not. All your decisions are emotion-based. And because all your decisions are emotion-based, for you the imbalance happens because your head is not able to contribute. Because the emotion takes over, right? The lowness takes over, nostalgia takes over, melancholy takes over, anxiety takes over, depression takes over. So then the head is not able to contribute. So for you, you have to move in the opposite direction to most people. You have to also allow your head to think. Bana, you're Wednesday born. You are a solution provider. You are an innovator. You will always have answers, but follow through will be a little difficult for you. You can get stuck in a lot of unworthiness. You can get stuck in guilt. And I have a whole set and a PDF. We had given it out, I think, some couple of months back. We had put out the PDF for all the days. I will resend it with today's call replay. It's great fun. Go through it. I don't remember when we had done it. We had done it 2 months back, I think. We'll send it again. So you'll get quite a bit, including some very, very gentle solutions, including what you need to look out for. So the PDF will come to everybody. Oh, Meena, you're also Wednesday born. Nice. You like to learn. You like to understand. You like to explore. That's right, Seema. That is the problem with a Friday born. Because in the end, when it's time for you to get and you don't get, it makes you wonder why you bothered to do all this giving. Jayashi, for Saturday born, well, for you as well, money will come because Saturday borns are one of the hardest workers. Thursdays and Saturdays, they're very hard workers. Like you will do whatever is required. You will commit to the job and you will make it happen. But there is a tendency to be inflexible. There is a tendency to, for example, if you take a job, you can get obsessed with it. You won't get up till that is done. And that inflexibility can become a block for you. Doctor says I was an inch taller after reading mine. What if everybody feels taller, lighter, stronger? We will send to you, my lovelies. What I'm telling you right now is just 2-3 lines, but there are at least 10-12 lines for each day born. And Aparna says, so true, why bother to do this often crosses my mind. Aparna, are you a Friday born? Carol says, feeling cooler and awesome. Just a thought that popped of Adi Shakti dancing while I was keeping the eyes closed. So gorgeous. If the thunder is taking place, then transformation is taking place. Vinita, for you, you have to be very careful how you choose conflict, because Tuesday bonds are always looking to prove rightness. So even if there is no need for a battle, you will attract battle. You will attract people who you will feel are taking from you. You will attract people who you feel are pulling you down, who are not supporting you. So Tuesday bonds have to be very mindful about which bridge to cross, which battle to fight, and which bridge to burn. Like letting go is very difficult because you can hold on to grudges and resentments like no other day. And leg pain is almost gone. That's awesome. Julia, Thursday is Jupiter. Learner, the joy of learning, love learning, love working as well. Great workers. Saturday bonds, Thursday bonds, superb. Like Wednesday bonds also very good workers, but they march to their own drummer. So they will do whatever they would like to do. They really don't like to listen very much, but that is one of their lessons. Nina says finding new ways and solutions and then get distracted. Exactly. Distraction is very easy for Wednesdays because Wednesday is mental, is all mercurial mind. So the shiny new object is very important. Like you would rather chase the shiny new object than complete the task at hand. So we need to learn something from the Thursday bonds and the Saturday bonds. So if you have people around you or you have a team, you must make sure there are some Thursdays and Saturdays in your team because then they will stabilize you. Supriya, the lesson for a Thursday bond is to be open to working through childhood wounds. Thursday bonds are not comfortable dealing with the past. Just like Aries. Aries, Thursday bonds, they are not comfortable looking at the past, but the past is where the wounding started. So Thursday bonds are very solution oriented, right? You will learn a new thing. You will apply it also very well, but you will not take a look at the root cause. That's very difficult. Emotions are also difficult for a Thursday bond. Like emotions are very easy for a Monday bond, very easy for a Friday bond. If the Wednesday bond is working on it, very easy for the Wednesday bond, but otherwise the Wednesday bond's world is very rich internally. So they can get lost in their own dreams. So then they don't get in touch with their emotions. Kirti says, Aries moon sign. Aries sun sign. But even moon signs. See, the quality of a sign is the same. Whether it is your moon sign or your sun sign, it will behave the same way. Aries is not changed because it is in the house of good luck or in the house of hard work or it's your rising or it's your Rashi or it's your Lagna or it is your sun sign. Aries will function as Aries functions. Dr. Radha has grown even taller. And Jennifer says, no worries for those people. I've got enough emotions going on to share with everyone. Awesome. And Dr. Radha says, but we got no fear whichever day we are born because we have the decrees. Prabhu, charge water. Oh, thank you, Dr. Radha. Well, absolutely, because the thing is, every aspect only contributes to our understanding. The day contributes to our understanding. Our sun sign contributes to our understanding. Our numerology contributes to our understanding. So Any time that you are looking at yourself, one thing will have answers, a lot of answers, but so will a lot of other things. So who you are is always a explorative, unending journey of joyful self-discovery. As you understand yourself, you connect with yourself better. As you connect with yourself better, you will make better choices. And as you make better choices, you will attract better karma. As you attract better karma, your life will get awesomer and awesomer and awesomer, lighter, brighter, onwards, upwards, always. And Rachna says, what's the guidance of balancing relationships between Monday and Sunday bonds? Oh my God. Sundays and Monday bonds. Are you in a relationship and one is the other? Very difficult. Very difficult because one does not get the other. You see, the Monday born is right in following their emotions, and the Sunday born is right in following what they are thinking. The sun is the mind. The moon is the heart. So one follows heart, one follows mind. Your challenges will be to understand that both are correct, because one way is not better than the other. The Sunday born needs to learn heart ways from the Monday born. The Monday born needs to learn mind ways from the Sunday born. Because Sunday borns can be extremely ambitious. They can get very controlling. They can get very aggressive. They like to be number one. They don't like to be told they're wrong. So how you communicate with each other is very important. Of course, don't make anybody feel wrong, but sometimes we all do, right? In conversations, we end up saying things and people end up saying things to us. But for a Sunday born, don't make them feel wrong, because they will attack. They will turn around and make you feel wrong. Now two people are feeling wrong when both of them were actually right. And Nilofer says two Sunday bonds as a couple is you will need help. You will need relationship counseling. You will have a lot of ego clashes. You will want something, they will not want it. They will want something, you will not want it. When they make a move towards you, you will move away. When you make a move towards them, they will move away. So clashes between two Sunday bonds happen. But again, just like there are some basics to a day, to a sign, to a number, there are some basics to a relationship. If you are committed to each other, if there is a healthy level of trust and respect, please notice I'm not using the word love. If you are committed to each other, if there is a healthy level of trust and respect, you'll find a way to make it work, because then both people will agree we need counseling. Because the moment you have two headstrong people like Sunday borns, you need a neutral third party. There is no way you will resolve things. Either you will ignore it and let it fester in you, or you'll become passive aggressive. You'll start bringing it up in sarcastic remarks. Supriya, that is fantastic. Working on your childhood wounds. When you work on childhood wounds, because Thursdays are also not happy about acknowledging how they feel, especially anger, take a look at how you feel. Like they have to do very active work on getting in touch with how they are feeling. Sunday bonds and Thursday bonds. Tuesday and Sunday bond. Again, clashes are possible, but Tuesday, because you see, the Sunday bond likes to lead and the Tuesday bond likes to fight. So, the Tuesday bond will start fighting and the Sunday bond will start trying to lead. Like, follow me, listen to me now, listen to what I'm saying. And the Tuesday bond will start fighting to say, no, you listen to me. So again, while they are not both headstrong, they both have very different attitudes to life. They too are going to need calming down energies. Not necessarily relationship counseling, but one of y'all will have to do quite a few rituals. Y'all will have to keep cooling elements in the house. You will have to change diets. Like your diets must not have too much spice. Tuesday bonds can love spice. Like Tuesday bonds, if they don't have spice, they'll eat the chili. They're like that. Sunday bonds can also enjoy spice, but they don't have to have spice. Tuesday bonds do. For Tuesday bonds, the excitement is the fight. Their adrenaline pumps in confrontation. Sunday bonds are not looking to have confrontation. Sunday bonds are just looking, you do it my way. Tuesday bonds will fight, not to say do it my way, but I won't do it your way. You are wrong. And therefore, this kalesh, right? We call it kalesh in Hindi. Kaleshes happen in Tuesday, Sunday bonds. And Rashna says, I've learned the hard way to stay out of the way and keep my opinions to yourself, but that's so tragic because you'll swallow your opinions, then it will become weight in the body. Then that weight will harden and become pain in the body. Monday and Wednesday born and relationships. So Monday and Wednesday are to some extent compatible, to some extent. So you will have periods of peace. You will have periods of where it feels like, oh, everything is going to be okay. Everything is going to be, and then because the Wednesday born is very quick to move on, very quick to move to the next thing, you can erroneously mislead yourself into believing everything is okay because you had a moment of peace, which is not true. Because when a Monday born speaks, they are only expressing how they are feeling. And Monday bonds can fall into the trap of blame. You did this, you did this. Monday bonds are classic for in July 1979 at 3 a.m. you said this about me eating chocolate. Monday bonds are notorious because you see they're still hurt. If the Wednesday bond, because Wednesday's bonds are quite sensitive, but they are not as sensitive as a Monday bond. So they can get very annoyed with the amount that a Monday born needs reassurance and comfort. They can start getting irritated as to why everything is such a problem for the Monday born. Because once a Monday born is hurt, that hurt, you will have to hear about that hurt for the next 2.5 years. You did this, you hurt me, I'm so sad, I'm so upset, I'm so depressed. So Monday borns have to be dealt with differently. You have to listen to them and you have to be able to acknowledge, I am sorry, I hurt you, that was not my intention, but only after they have stopped speaking. Don't interrupt them. You interrupt a Monday born, you're finished. Vanita, absolutely. Please, anytime, please carry on. Children and grandchildren must come first. We will catch you on the replay. And Jayashree says, seems like Saturday born is always working like their karma. Give and take always. Has to be because Saturn, he is the hardest worker. So he will make you the hardest worker. He is the Lord of karma. So your karma for a Saturday born is always showing up. And karma shows up first, it shows up in relationships. So most Saturday borns don't have happy relationships. They don't, because their journey is to learn to have a happy relationship with themselves, as is everybody's journey. But Saturday borns can have it difficult in relationships in general. Second thing that affects is wealth. And last, it affects your health. And Seema says, I get really cheesed off with unfairness and misbehavior. Friday born related. This is Tuesday behavior. Friday borns can have a sense of justice and fairness, but they have so much empathy and compassion that they overlook it. When you can't overlook it, you are looking at some Tuesday traits. And Julia says, we are both Thursday born, she and her twin. Feels she's unaware of her anger, then blames me for being the angry one. And Julia, you could be unaware of your anger as well. Because again, Thursday borns are not okay with emotions. You talk to a Thursday born, you can have the world's best philosophical conversation with a Thursday born, because Thursday borns, Guruvar, they are born under the blessing of great gurus. Therefore, their knowledge is very vast. Whatever a Thursday born is doing, you can rest assured that they have understood how to do it perfectly, and they will continue to keep trying to learn what they are doing better and better. So Seema says maybe Manglik. Then definitely. The moment you have Mars, this will happen. Because Mars is the warrior, right? So the warrior energy, which is Tuesday, will do this. Injustice becomes your own wound. Fighting for other people's fairness also becomes your wound. Oh, Vinita, I misunderstood. Yes, very much you will. The energy and frequency of the healing is now part of the call. So even if you listen to just that part of the call, you will still receive again. And Aparna says, I'm surrounded by 3 Monday boys. Oh, Aparna, how are you dealing with it? I've missed some comments in the middle. Forgive me, my darlings. Whatever I might have missed, please feel free to repost. And Jennifer says, my older sister must be Thursday born. She knows everything better. She genuinely does, right? You're not saying it sarcastically. Then definitely Thursday born. Could even be Wednesday born, because Wednesday borns are very curious. They're the explorers. And Wednesday borns can analyze and simplify better than anybody else. So Wednesday borns may not have that much knowledge, but their ability to understand is the best of all the days. Friday and Wednesday borns is a very good match, provided the Wednesday born does not misuse the Friday born. Because a Wednesday born, there's the cleverness to a Wednesday, and there is the softness to a Friday. So Wednesday can take advantage of Friday very easily. And Friday will let advantage be taken. Because you see, if you're a Friday born, you will put family and friends first. You will want to gift them. You will want to feed them. You will want to keep calling them over. You will want to spend time with them. When you think about going out, you'll want the whole family to go out. Wednesday borns, while also having a group sensibility because they enjoy being with people, but Wednesday borns can get very, very clever about how to take more out of you. I remember Dr. Radha. I remember that. Pal says, thank God I don't have 2 emotional people around. Well, not always the best thing, because we have everything to learn from every day. And the week begins on a Sunday, which means that you are also impacted by the day that comes before you. Sunday is number 1. We begin with a Sunday. So Sunday doesn't have anything before, but you can also think of it as the opposite, which is Sunday must take the best out of every day before it. So if you're born on a Friday, then Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday also impacts you. Nilofer, the energy exchange for alchemy. If you will just hang on, I will do some alchemy work. And while our next summit is in October, I will do some alchemy work. Because the alchemy program, which is the 1 minute manifesting mastery program, it is, I forget how many hours of a call it is, but the alchemy itself is not available, by itself. But you know what? Let me think about it, people. If you all would like to know just that 1 second alchemy, just the 1 second alchemy, because the program has practice, the program has calls, the program has sessions. But if you would just like to know the alchemy and we can spend an hour together, say yes, and I will quickly put a very nominal charge to it, and y'all can all come. And for those of y'all who are already the alchemists, who are already the 1 minute manifesting masters, y'all don't have to pay anything again. You can come back for the practice session. Super. We'll keep it extremely nominal, and I will send it again in the replay as well. I need to fix the day because the next 2.5 weeks are quite houseful, so it'll have to be a little later. I trust that that is okay as well, my darlings. And we will do a Zoom call because you see, it's a like those of y'all who attended Karmic Light Warrior, we did cow, circles of life, oxygenation, and viper movement. So the alchemy is a movement. And in fact, I will invite some of our previous alchemists to also definitely come and attend, and we'll all do it together. Wow. We'll have multiple alchemies taking place. Kya maza aega. Yes, Kirti, Dr. Kirti, you will be able to do the 1 second alchemy then. But I repeat, I'm only going to show you, and in that 1 hour, whatever we can practice, we will practice. The entire package is over. For those of y'all who are okay to pick up recordings and get it, because that was also done on Zoom, so you know what it is and how simple it is, and truly, it is 1 second only. Let me send you that package as well. If you're comfortable with looking at the replay, then replays, you can pick up the entire package, or I will do just one hour call, and we will do the alchemy together. Sheila, thank you so much. Scorpio needs to use index fingers. Hang on, I'm going to come to fingers. Oh, Seema, flattery will get you everywhere. Nilofer, I don't think we can do this today. It will be 2.5 weeks later. Yes, Anuja, it will be magical. It will be magical. And it's so simple, you see. It's so simple to do it for Earth. Like, you can do a clearing for Earth in 1 second. 1 second. You can do a clearing for a city in 1 second. It's that simple. And Heidi says, love the 1 second alchemy so much, and my clients also. Heidi, you must come along. You know, one of our practice sessions, because it's a certification course, you know, we did a separate Facebook group, and everybody practiced with total strangers. It was just marvelous. It was so good. So good. Okay, my lovelies. And somebody will please have to remind me what all is being sent on the replay. Can I sum it up? I'm sending you birthdays, the birthday PDF. I am sending you, what else am I sending? The special call we will do on 1 second alchemy, and the existing previous package for the 1 second alchemy. Correct? Anything else that I have said I will send on the replay? Thank you so much. Thank you. Got it. My lovelies, Zodiac. Does everybody know their sun sign? I noticed that some of y'all already mentioned it. Supriya, Thursday bonds are very compatible uh, with with Wednesday bonds. Very compatible with most compatible with Wednesday bonds. They get along very well, you see, because the Thursday bonds knowledge feeds the Wednesday bonds curiosity and desire for knowledge. Wednesday bonds listen very easily to Thursday bonds. They like to listen to Thursday bonds, and Thursday bonds like to listen to Wednesday bonds. So they get along very well. And Seema says she's a cusp. Aries and Taurus, na idhar ka, na udhar ka. No, Seema, dono ka. You have the best of both. And Aries, Taurus, right? One is fire, one is earth, which means that you will be able to hold yourself back when you're having a temper tantrum, because Aries can be very short-tempered, Taurus is very long-tempered. So you see, best, you will be even-tempered. Thank you so much, Nilofa. I'm going to do a level 3 of that. I'm going to do a level 3 of that particular audio. Superb, my lovelies. I think everybody knows their sun signs. Yati is Virgo, Julia is Pisces, Supriya's moon and sun is the same. Wow, Virgo. And 8th September, so there's Saturn, there's Jupiter, there's Mercury. Awesome. You will have all planets, a combination of all planets. Pluto was not considered a planet, 5,000 years back, so Pluto doesn't show up in our horoscope. And Uranus and Neptune also don't show up, because in horoscopes we have Rahu and Ketu, but they also play a role in our lives. And Uranus shows up, also influences the Wednesday bond. Neptune influences the Friday bond, which is why Friday bonds and Monday bonds can form very deep bonds, because Neptune also influences Monday bonds. Barbara, right now we're only looking at the sun sign. Very quickly, my lovelies, the sun sign is the sign the sun was in when you were born. The moon sign is the sign the moon was in when you were born. Your rising sign is the sign that was rising in the east when you were born. Rising sign also plays a very big role. Nakshatra is the constellation of the stars in the time that you were born. And we've got some Geminis in the house, we've got Aries, we've got Taurus, we've got a couple of Pisceans, a couple of Scorpios as well. We've got Aquarius. So let me introduce you to the mystical, magical, but very scientific power of the zodiac. Thousands and thousands and thousands of years ago, our calendar started in April. Then it went through all kinds of evolution. Julius Caesar made it a certain way. There was a pope who came and made it a certain way. Another Roman emperor came and made it a certain way. And then it became 1st January. But in the beginning, right at the very... One second. Thank you so much, my darlings. Please cheers. I just refilled my glass. What was I saying? Yes. And the calendar began with April and Aries, because our calendar was synced to agriculture. It was synced to sowing, reaping, harvesting. And then the cycle beginning again. So our calendar was synced to the seasons. Look at it. Okay, so I'm just going to run through the entire list. Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, Piscean. The year began thousands and thousands of years ago. It would begin with spring. Spring is Aries. Then full-blown spring, Taurus. End of spring, Gemini. Starting of, what does spring lead to? It leads to summer. Starting of summer, Cancerian. Full-blown summer, Leo. Completion of summer, Virgo. Spring, summer goes to autumn. Autumn, Libra. Full-blown autumn, Scorpio. End of autumn, Sagittarius. Spring, summer, autumn, and finally winter, Capricorn. Full-blown winter, Aquarius. End of winter, Pisces. And then we got back to the next season of spring. I want you to understand the importance of having 3 sections in every season. 4 seasons. Each season is like the season of our lives. Beginning, middle, and end. Which is the best movie you have seen? Which is the best book you have read? Which is the best phase of your life? You had a start, a good start, you had a good middle, you had a good ending. This starting, sustaining, completing. This is the holy trinity of life, right? Brahma, Vishnu, Lord Shivji. And the 3 ways in which this is described in astrological language, Western astrological language, because sun signs have to do with Western astrology, moon signs have to do with Eastern astrology, is cardinal, fixed, mutable. I'm going to write this down. Cardinal, fixed, mutable. Cardinals are the generals, the leaders. Fixed are the army. And the mutable are the transitioners. Cardinals want and need to lead. Fixed signs want and need to work towards a bigger vision. Mutable signs want and need to be flexible because as a season ends, it leads to a new season, a new cardinal, a new way of working, and again, a completion to the next set. Just as we too seek promotions and advancements in life. We get a promotion, we adjust to it, right? We stay with it for a while. Today we got a promotion, tomorrow we can't get another promotion because a fixed energy must be in between before it becomes mutable. Mutable means transformation, transition is possible. So we get the promotion, we stay with it fixed for a while, we work at it, and then prepare, mutate towards the next promotion. And the cycle of life continues. It is about change. It is about continuous change. And indeed, as you will see, my lovelies, it is when you cannot get to the next promotion or the next advancement is when you feel stuck and blocked and so bored. Because you keep wanting to go to the next harvest. You keep wanting to go to the next sowing of seeds. In this, cardinal zodiac signs, fixed zodiac signs, and mutable zodiac signs follow the order. For example, remember the series? And even if you don't, I'm just going to say it. So, Aries, Taurus, Gemini or Gemini. Cardinal, fixed, mutable. And I'm saying this because just in case you forget which is yours, you will just do cardinal, fixed, mutable, cardinal, fixed, mutable, cardinal, fixed, mutable, and you will have the full set of 4 cardinals, 4 fixed, and 4 mutable. Cardinal zodiac signs are Aries, Cancerian, Libra, Capricorn. So those of y'all who are Aries, Cancerian, Librans and Capricorn, please raise your hand. Yeah, sun sign. And if you're not, hang on, because you can take a look at the list and just do cardinal, fixed, mutable, cardinal, fixed, mutable. You will know which is yours. I'm taking a look at cardinal to begin with because they are the starters. They are the maniacs. They are the leaders. They are the visionaries. When you have a cardinal, as in you're a cardinal, you will have a better sense of what is required because that's your sign. All cardinals want and need to lead, which doesn't mean you're always right. Because all leadership is also part of your growth. All leadership is also something you develop. How do you listen? How do you receive feedback? Because it's not like you won't make a mistake. It's not like you won't get it wrong. Cardinals can get very insensitive because they know you are right. You know your way is a good way because most cardinals make sense all the time. You are making sense. What you're saying will be sensible. What you're saying will be ambitious. Ambition for yourself, ambition for your partners, ambition for your children. You will have it. Check. Is this correct? However, if you are not heard or listened to, because who is a leader without the army? Nobody. No leader is managing all on their own, right? No general is the one who's sitting on the horse and the elephant and being the foot soldier and winning the war. Then you have to take a look as to where you might be being aggressive, where you might be being insensitive, where you might be railroading and pushing somebody else to get a result you know is better because genuinely you do know it is better. Most cardinals are blessed with a very good mind. That if this one does this and this one does that, like they're great delegators. If you're having problem delegating your leadership, you are not living your cardinal. They're usually very good delegators. But tell me something, my lovelies. Who are the best delegators in the world? When are you a good delegator? When do you become a good leader? Because you see, the person who was going to be Prime Minister was born with the karma of Prime Minister. But did they become Prime Minister on day one? No, right? Our Prime Minister became Prime Minister in his 70s. I think even Joe Biden. What do you need to be a good cardinal? How do you become a good leader? And Supriya, superb. When we take initiative to do the work, what that means is, and Supriya, while not having said it like that, but the sense is there. You can only be a good general when you have been a good foot soldier. The thing that I have seen in cardinal signs is that you've never run a country, but you have 20,000 opinions on how a country should be run. Who's going to listen? Nobody. Nobody. If you've never made money, you cannot tell someone else how to make money. The hypocrisy of a cardinal comes when a cardinal does not recognize that their journey to leadership is still pending. And here, sensitivity, because cardinals are not sensitive to others. Cardinals can get embarrassed about being wrong. Cardinals also have a problem saying sorry. They have a huge problem apologizing, because apologizing means I'm not a leader anymore, as though a leader will always be right. So the ability to, first of all, be a good foot soldier. You want to tell the government what to do? You work in the government first. You want to tell people how to make money? First you make money. You want to tell people how to have a good relationship? First you have a good relationship. The hypocrisy of a cardinal becomes the biggest stumbling block to living their best quality, which is leadership. You are a born leader. You are meant to be a leader. You want and need to be a leader, but you must put in the work that makes you a leader. So, cardinals, are you leading? If you are not, let me do a clearing. Excellent, Dr. Kirti. You must practice what you preach. Cannot be an unmarried marriage counselor. Cannot be a financial consultant in debt. But your head will tell you, no, you still know better. You don't. Calm down. Bring that ego down. If you are not leading, then look back, use your fantastic head to objectively see what needs to be course corrected. Can anybody tell me what needs to be course corrected? One of the easiest ways to know what is to be course corrected is your body. Your body will tell you where the problem is. If the problem is in the legs, then you are not taking good action. If the problem is in the hands, then you don't know how to handle a crisis. If the problem is in the head, too much negativity and egotism has come in. Your body will tell you, and for all signs, I'm going to ask about the body only, because your body will tell you where you are blocked. Wherever you are blocked, fix and repair yourself. Fix and repair yourself. Cardinal signs, fix and repair yourself. Fix and repair yourself. Fix and repair yourself. Aries, fix and repair yourself. Cancerians, fix and repair yourself. Librans, fix and repair yourself. Capricorns, fix and repair yourself. Aries, Cancerians, Librans, and Capricornians, fixed and repaired, fixed and repaired, fixed and repaired. Cardinal power comes in. Healthy cardinal power comes in. Cardinal, my cardinal, the healthiest win-win cardinal. The universe takes care of my cardinal energies. The universe takes care of my leadership qualities. The universe makes me a leader to reckon with. Yes to that. Why not? Yes, wow, now. Yes, wow, now. Yes, wow, now. Please have water. Next, fixed. The very word fixed means you are terrific as a team player. You will do the work given to you. You will not get up till that work is done. For a fixed sign, shiny new objects are not a problem, even if you're born on a Wednesday. Because even while you're chasing the shiny new object, one part of you will keep bringing you back to the work that has to be done. Fixed signs are Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius. If you do not complete the work you have, you can't sleep, you can't rest, you are not at ease, you are not at peace. That is your strength, because you are hard workers, you are smart workers, you like tasks, you like routine, you like to prepare. Only Leo is an exception. But apart from that, most of the other signs don't like unexpected action. As in Taurus, Scorpio, and Aquarius. People who are fixed signs, please raise your hand. In the desire to be always prepared, and Jennifer says I'm the cusp between cardinal and fixed. So you'll get it about that tension. Why is there tension in that? That means, Jennifer, that you will be a very good foot soldier and that will make you a very good cardinal. Because most cardinals do not like to be foot soldiers, although they do their life's best work when they are willing to be foot soldiers. Because, except for Leo, because Leo is the fire in this. Fire signs, they work a little differently from the water signs, wind signs, from the earth signs. We'll come to that. First, I want you to memorize cardinal, fixed, mutable. And because the fixed sign follows the cardinal, you have to have a bigger vision. What does bigger vision mean? Can somebody tell me what is a bigger vision? Yes, Scorpio is a water sign. Tell me what is a bigger vision. Tell me what is a big vision. Thank you so much, Sheila. Yes, whole picture. Meaning, I want to help all animals. I want to help all plants. I want to help all human beings. I want to help all children. I want to help all of earth. Very crucial for a fixed sign to know their vision. Because you see, your fixedness is in service to a cardinal. Whether or not you're working with a cardinal is secondary. The cardinal's leadership, like that's what a leader does, right? A leader tells you the big picture. The leader lays out what's happening in the next 1 year, next 5 years. And fixed signs love that. Oh, 2 years, multimillionaire. 3 years, all water on earth cleaned. Like, they need and must have that. The thing that I've seen with fixed signs is that when you don't have your vision, you keep collapsing. Because you don't know your vision. So you might start chasing money in the short term. You might start chasing clients so that you feel a little better. You might start chasing a career change because fixed signs, unlike mutable signs, are also very ambitious. Not as ambitious as cardinals, but also ambitious. You want to be validated for the work you do. You want to be acknowledged for the work you do. And how will you get that? When you have done good work, which is your hallmark. But look at your title. The title is fixed, meaning inflexible, rigid. And this inflexibility and rigidity comes when you don't know your vision. What is your vision? I want to help others is not a vision. Because, everybody who shows up on a call like this, there's somebody or the other you want to help. Your family, your friends, your neighbors, your gut. There is somebody you will want to help. That's why you're here. Because even though you have not articulated to yourself that if you help yourself, you'll be able to better help others, it's really why you're here. Because you are in some service to humanity. Do you know your vision? Fixed signs. So what happens when you know the vision? Then you are not so inflexible and rigid when changes happen, because there is no linear road to the finish line. It is impossible. There is not only no linear road, there is no fixed road. Sometimes you will be on a circular path, sometimes you will be on the expressway, sometimes you will be on this path not yet tread, sometimes you will be in a forest faced with weeds and woods and thorns poking you. There is no straight road. A fixed sign loves straight roads. And therefore, a fixed sign can get very unreasonable in its expectations. But I did this for 3 days. So why hasn't it happened? Because it is not a straight road. But I am doing this work for so long. Why hasn't it happened? Because you are not paying attention to the signals of change. But I am saying you can leave now. For the last 10 days, I am not seeing any results because you have not worked with it, because you have not seen the signpost. The first day you would have said it, some signpost would have shown up because it is not a straight road. When a fixed sign can allow itself flexibility, when it can allow itself the element of surprise which life will throw to us, some not nice, but some very nice, some very happy surprises. Fixed signs can end up getting unexpected amounts of money, for example. Because life is challenging them. The universe will challenge you to be flexible. And Kathleen says, I'm looking for my vision. You'll find it. And then your path will become cleaner and clearer. If you do not have the cardinal, the fixed is lost. Because remember, the fixed is the army. So your cardinal is the vision. Your cardinal is the leader. Your cardinal is your ultimate goal, whatever that might be. Freedom, happiness, independence. It is not money. Money cannot be a goal. Or actually, money can be a goal, but always a very flexible goal. And Dr. Kirti says this vision thing is quite disturbing sometimes. Tell me why. Like Vinita says, I feel I have to help everyone. Vinita, which sign are you? Cardinal, fixed, or mutable? And again, fixed signs. What is going on in your body? What is your body revealing? Because your body will tell you where you are rigid and inflexible. When we are rigid and inflexible, we get stiffness, we get pain, we get arthritis, we start falling into blame and criticism. Vinita, yours is fixed. So I feel I have to help everyone is nice. Some sense of vision in that, and your vision can always get fine-tuned. Are you doing something about it? Prabhakirti said, because it gives stress that what actually should be my vision, or because you don't know what your vision should be. Is that what it is? You're a practitioner, Dr. Kirti. So even if your vision is not fully clear, it'll get clearer. You know you're helping people. You have been an Ayurvedic doctor. You are helping people. What is the vision? You will get to that. But your vision is very crucial. Elizabeth, are you also in a fixed sign? You're Leo. Okay. You're okay with some surprises. And Dr. Kirti says, I have my vision, but sometimes I doubt it. And the days that you doubt it, you will notice you haven't done good work. Even the next day, you haven't done good work. Parul says, fixed sign, there's inflammation, pain in the right side and hips. And Yogita also says, same with me, I doubt my capabilities. Yeah, because your cardinal is missing. Vinita says to help monetarily whoever asks, do some energy healing, etc. Okay, so it is right now a casual flirtation. You're not doing it actively. Seema says, I'm not clear about my vision too. Seema, are you in the fixed category? And Meena says, I think I know my vision, then I think I don't. Same thing. Because you see, you're doing it alone. Correct? Everybody who said they doubt it, you're doing it alone. You're not following a cardinal. But you will find your cardinal. Your cardinal comes in. Your cardinal comes in. The universe reveals your cardinal. You see, it's easier. If those of y'all who are now working on your own were working in a company, wasn't it easier to work, especially if you were a fixed sign? Wasn't it easier in a group? Because you see, you get the cardinal, right? The cardinal becomes a physical person. Whoever is your boss becomes the cardinal. So as a fixed sign, you will always work better when there is a physical cardinal, because otherwise this doubt comes in. And Meena says, yes, usually alone. And undoubtedly, for those of you all who are fixed but working alone, you will doubt yourself, because your cardinal is not tangible. When you were working in a company or when you were working in a team and you had a boss, your cardinal was tangible. It was easier to work. If you are a fixed sign, maybe if you're at the beginning of your career, not right now, but start thinking of your team. Especially those of y'all who are fixed and cardinal. For you, it will be almost impossible to do things on your own, because your head will be telling you lead, lead. Your fix will be telling you do the work, do the work. Then either you're going to lead properly or you're going to do the work properly. Then your dreams will feel very much in the distance, because your cardinal is giving you the vision. But your fixed has to work today only. Your fixed can't do the work for the next 5 years today. So you will always get frustrated. You will always feel like I could have done more. You will always feel like, why hasn't it happened yet? You need to start thinking of a team. Meena says, I never liked having a boss. Not to have a boss. This is not about having a boss. When you have a team, you will become the boss. Because the fixed is the foot soldier. Who makes a good leader? A good foot soldier. The other thing for fixed, to become good leaders, you have to learn to share. Fixed people don't share very easily. Either you are not sharing your emotions, or you're not sharing your knowledge, or like for example, maybe you are very good at Excel, or maybe you're very good at making PPTs, or you're very good at graphics, but you won't teach somebody else how to do it. Please take a look. Is this correct? Sheila, you're saying no? Explain. Fantastic question. Dr. Kirti. So being an entrepreneur is not a good option for fixed sign. It's a good option, because remember, my lovelies, there is more to you than just this. You have a number as well. You have a rising sign as well. So there is more to you than just this. But if you take a look only at cardinal, fixed and mutable, you could have trouble being an entrepreneur. You could have a trouble running it alone. And Dr. Kirti, I think you mentioned Aries. Oh, your moon sign is Aries. Okay. And cardinal and sun sign is Scorpio. Okay, right now only looking at sun sign. Yes, Scorpio is fixed. Even though it's a water sign, it can get very inflexible and rigid. It can start unnecessarily arguing because it gets fixed. Water is flowing. Water is a very adapting sign. It's a very adaptive element, right? Water will take the shape of any vessel you pour it into. So first you will get fixed and rigid, because you're a Scorpio. And then because you're water, you'll also adapt. Sheila says, will share emotions and knowledge. I'm an acupuncturist. Then look at something else. Smiles, affection, hugs. Something you will not share. Compliments, acknowledgements. All of these are sharing, right? Pal says Taurus. I am like this. Taurus is not a fixed sign. Oh, sorry, fixed is Taurus. In fact, I'll also say this in the order of the zodiac signs, right? So there's Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. The fixedness becomes slightly lesser. So Taurus is the most fixed, most stubborn. Taurus is the bull also, no? So bull-headed. सुनना नहीं है, समझना नहीं है, बस करना है. Because you're fixed, so you're a worker. Leo's slightly lesser rigidity. Scorpios slightly lesser because they're water signs. And Aquarius is the least rigid, but Aquarius also gets very rigid because Aquarius is one of the most humanitarian zodiacs, like Pisces. Pisces is also very humanitarian, always in service of a larger picture. So even though Aquarius has a sense of all, has a sense of everyone, like Aquarius doesn't do well with one-on-ones. Aquarius prefers that everybody be included, like Friday bonds. But even then, an Aquarius will get rigid and inflexible in how they want to work. Don't tell me how to work. I will do it like this only. Everybody who's fixed, in the fixed sign, did you all share what's happening with the body? Somebody mentioned some hip pain. Again, so pain, stiffness and pain happens quite a bit for fixed signs because they get stiff very quickly. So Pal says chest pain while eating, a lot of acidity. So acidity normally happens around the cardinal signs because cardinal signs, as they are leaders, they have more fire than the other signs. And when there is more fire in the body, prone to short tempers, prone to acidity, prone to heartburn, prone to arthritis. So they can end up having disorders a little more rapidly, but pain shows up quite a bit in the fixed signs. So digestion and joints, pain in legs, stomach digestion issues, pain in legs. How is it now, right now? We'll do another clearing. Everybody else on the other signs as well. Just check for pain. Tell me how much it is. Start sipping water and I will start clearing. Absolutely, Parvez. You will share knowledge. You will share what you have most of. But material things, again, food, money, hugs, compliments, acknowledgements, something you will hold back because of the fixedness. Because the fixedness doesn't allow the openness to take place. Like cardinals can be very open. Cardinals can be overgiving, as mutables can be as well. But fixed are very decided on what they will share and very decided on what they will not share. They actually have a very clear-cut vision of what they will do and what they won't do. Kathleen, you asked, how do I find my cardinal? that will be defined by your own vision. That will be defined by your own passion. What would you like to do? How would you like to contribute? What would you like to share? And that will start forming your vision. If your vision is not yet clear, I promise you, you are not working to your optimal. You are not working in your 100% potential. And Vanita says, I don't share knowledge because I don't have self-confidence. Again, because you've not identified the vision. Vision gives you tremendous self-confidence because you see, you and your vision become one truth. Then your truth guides you. When you are centered in that vision, you are rooted in that vision, your vision takes you forward. When you don't have a vision, then you will do other work because see, all fixed people need to work. If you don't have work, you'll create work. You will make up work. You'll be chatting with somebody, but with one hand, you'll be dusting your house. So you may as well use this. You may as well use this. And you are using it, by the way, because fixed people need to work. So you are using it. You are contributing on a daily basis. I guarantee. If without the vision, you are contributing to your family. You are contributing to your friends. You are contributing to your house. You are contributing to your social circle. The fixed one is the one who will say, can I get something when you are invited to a dinner party? Leaders will just show up because, you know, they have a sense of entitlement. They have a sense of privilege. But the fixed ones, even if you haven't asked, what can I get? When you show up, you will go to help. You can't sit while the other is working. It's as simple as that. And Kirti says, yes, and only multitasking gives satisfaction for me. Because you're fixed. Because you're the worker. And therefore, when you worked, then you have a sense of productivity. Productivity gives rise to self-esteem. Self-esteem gives rise to a good night's sleep. Gives rise to satisfaction. Sometimes dissatisfaction because you think you could have done more, but you will only think that if you don't know your vision. If you know your vision and you know you're headed towards that vision, becoming more and more real, you will not feel like that. If your vision has not yet shown up, it's okay, my lovelies. The universe sends you your vision. The universe sends you your cardinal. The universe lets you know your vision. And Vinita says, my son used to call me Pambiri, that top which keeps spinning and not sit in one place. Very well described. And yeah, absolutely, Dr. Kirti. Non-productive days are the worst. Unlike a cardinal, because a cardinal has no non-productive days, because a cardinal is always thinking future, is always thinking vision. But mutable signs are okay about taking it easy, but fixed signs, they kill themselves if they have not worked. Your inner critic will take over, blame will take over, aggression will take over. And Deborah says, often I thought I had ADHD, which you could. It doesn't have anything to do with the zodiac. It has to do with your childhood. If you had a very traumatizing, unsafe childhood, the brain will be ADHD. And just by the way, just as the core wounding of all humanity is abandonment, all humanity has ADHD today. Only the degree varies. You can be highly functional or you can be not highly functional, but everybody has ADHD. Surya, we have some time to go, and of course, replay is available lifetime. It will be put up on YouTube as well. It will always be there. And Yogita says, yes, being workaholic gives me the sense of living right. And that is correct for you. Because as a fixed sign, you need to know you've worked. Carl says, I don't know my vision. One, because there are things in the way. For a fixed sign, remember the rigidity, inflexibility, bullheadedness, stubbornness. It will also not let you see how upset you are, how angry you are, how anxious you are, how hurt you are. Your emotions can also cloud your vision. And Julie says, I like to learn new profound things, but nobody cares when I share those with others. Are you cardinal, Julie, or fixed? Absolutely, Dr. Radha. Non-ADHD beings are RIP. Our grandparents were probably the last of them. Barbara, we will get to mutable next. We will catch you on the replay. So Julie, quickly tell me what you are. And one moment. In the meantime, everybody who has pain, I'm beginning your clearing. Please start sipping water. Started. And check. Superb. Awesome. I'm so glad. No pain, says Parul. No pain, says Poonam. Still have a few more sips of water. Fixed signs, fix and repair yourself. Fix and repair yourself. Fix and repair yourself. Taurus, fix and repair yourself. Leo, fix and repair yourself. Scorpios, fix and repair yourself. Aquarians, fix and repair yourself. Taurus, Leo, Scorpions, Aquarians have fixed and repaired themselves. Fixed and repaired themselves. Fixed and repaired themselves. Cardinal vision comes in. Cardinal vision comes in clarity, comes in productivity, comes in balance between working and resting, comes in. Last thing, I want every fixed sign to know, the universe does not distinguish between work and job. So if you're working as a mother, grandmother, it is still work. If you're working as a housewife, it is still work. If you are working out, it is still work. The universe does not distinguish work from any work. For the universe, every work you do, including being on a call like this is also work, right? We're working. You are working. So all the times that you are so hard on yourself, you can leave now, 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 you can leave now. Everywhere that you have erroneously thought that only a job meant work, you can leave now, 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 you can leave now. You can leave now, you can leave now, you can leave now, you can leave now. You can leave now, you can leave now. You can leave now, you can leave now, you can leave now. You can all leave now. Ignorance making you think that you should be working harder even though you are already working. You can leave now, you can leave now, you can leave now, you can leave now, you can leave now. You can leave now. So Julie, you are a fixed sign and you have mentioned when you like to learn new profound things, but nobody cares when I share those with others because you may be sharing very quickly. You may know that it works best to mix a little bit of milk when you're making scrambled eggs, but if you've never mixed the milk and made the scrambled eggs a few times yourself, then nobody is interested. But if you've done it yourself and you fed a few people and you said, I added a little bit of milk to that, it'll work. And Kathleen says, do fixed signs have trouble keeping friends? You know, you could. You shouldn't, but you could. Because the thing that happens with a fixed sign is when you get so fixed in how it should be, or how you want it to be, or how you are going to be a friend, that you may not allow other people their own fixedness. Like Taurus usually has a lot of friends. Leos love being social. They usually have a lot of friends. Scorpios usually have a lot of friends. Aquarians don't form very deep bonds with everybody, but they know a lot of people. So wherever you might be being fixed and rigid in how a friendship should look, in how a friend should be, because you may be working a lot in the friendship, but if you have, for example, made friends with a cardinal, that cardinal will just sit back and let you do all the work. Then you will think they are not good friends. But they are just being cardinals. Nina, keep sipping some water. Hiccups, you can calm down and leave now. Calm down and leave now. Calm down and leave now. And Yati says, all cold allergy gone since we started the call. That's superb. Dr. Kirti is also having no pain. Yay! And Pai also says, I have very less friends, almost 1 to 2. So see where you're being fixed and inflexible. Maybe, I know. You might be sharing incorrectly. You might be sharing only what you want to share and not what is meant to be shared to maintain a friendship. You will find an answer. Complete the sentence. I have very less friends because, and because I. So not because they are like that. That is not an answer. I have very less friends because I. Nilofer, for any retrograde, you can leave now. You can do thank you. You can do thank you so much. You can do malefic effects of the retrograde. You can leave now. So the most basic of the decrees work best. And Sheila says very less friends because I don't trust, get hurt a lot. So what does that mean? You have to, so you're not giving trust, right? You're not sharing your vulnerability anymore, which doesn't mean that tomorrow you please start getting vulnerable. Please don't. But tomorrow, work on your hurt. Restore your trust. Restore your faith. Restore your trust in your awareness. Because when we've been hurt a lot, when we've been betrayed a lot, when people have let us down a lot, the next time somebody like that shows up, our awareness will tell us. You know, like if a cat touches a hot stove, it'll put its paw back, but it'll never get on any stove again, hot or cold. And because we all have animal ancestry, we also work like that. Kya hai solution? Don't make any friends at all. But that's not the solution, right? The solution is to work through the hurt. See why it happened. However hard this sounds, in everything that took place, we also played a role. Something in us also contributed to our own hurt. What is that? Did you not draw healthy boundaries? Did you let people get away with a lot, and then when you started saying no, they got upset with you? It'll come back to us. When it comes back to us, we are empowered to make a change. Because if we keep waiting for other people to realize how cool we are, amazing we are, good we are, worthy we are, sorry, it's not happening. Not happening for cardinals, fixed or mutable. Dr. Kirti says very few friends, but they are the ones I can trust. 100% I'm grateful. Fantastic. And Yogita says, I have very few friends because I don't gossip and waste talking on silly things, because you might enjoy only talking about useful things. Useful things like, what you're going to do next, or, what are you planning to do in your house, or what is the menu on the meal. Like, you like useful things. But sometimes you have to put up with friends who don't always have useful conversations. Julia says, I feel my confidence is too low to make friends. What can I give and without my sadness being a burden? For a while, Julia, perhaps you need to have friends that are professional friends, and these are people you pay to talk to, but they will come. I understand what you're saying. They will come. And you know what? When we get on a group call like this, hey, we're all sitting on top of that hilltop. We've held hands. We've given thanks for each other. Right now, we are all family. We're all friends. Elizabeth says, I have very few friends because I'm enjoying being alone. I see many people in my practice of private time I like quiet. Superb. Because it is your time to recuperate. Your fuel is giving to others, so you need time to refuel yourself. Ah, lovely, Julie. Thank you, cat medicine. I forgot. You're right. You can always have a pet. Although pets also require being taken care of. And you can also be a volunteer somewhere if you have the energy and the bandwidth. 1, it's work. 2, it's in service. 3, you are not going to feel so alone. And Jennifer says, not many friends after I retired, and lately noticed I'm not the best listener. Is it only some things you don't want to listen to, Jennifer? Or everything is a bother? Because that would mean there's something in you are not listening to. Thank you so much, Yati. And I'm sorry for treating you the way I have been treated is one of the sorry decrees. It's one of the karma completion decrees. It's part of our karma completion work. Okay, people, mutable sign, most flexible, most compromising, most adaptable. Geminis, Virgoans, Sagittarians, and Pisceans in the house, say yes to me. All endings are the start of a new beginning, and all mutable signs understand this. So they, unlike cardinals, fixed don't like change, but cardinals can revolt against change. Mutable signs allow change the most easily. I'll say it again. Gemini, Virgoans, Sagittarians, Pisceans. And Payal says, I'm also not a good listener to whom I don't like and love. Payal, did you say you were a Taurus? Yeah, Taurans, again, right? One, they, as a bull, they know exactly where they want to charge and where they want to sit down and chew the cud. Taurans are very sensible, very practical, very, very earthed. They are an earth sign. And they're also a fixed sign. And the first fixed sign, which means that when a Taurus decides something, but वैसे ही होना चाहिए. So you will also decide who I'm going to spend time with, who I'm going to listen to, who I'm not going to listen to. It gives you a sense of planning. All fixed signs like to have a sense of planning. They like to budget. If you're going to go shopping, unlike cardinals or mutables, you are not just going to go shopping. You're going to go shopping thinking, I'm going to buy this, then I'm going to buy this. इससे ज़्यादा खर्च नहीं करना चाहिए. And Kirti says, my mom is a Gemini. She's the most adaptable person who I have seen. Very adaptable. And Gemini is air, So they're a little more flexible as well because air can go anywhere, right? Water still needs direction because water cannot flow upwards. Water has to flow downwards. If it is plateauing, it will stagnate. Fire also. Fire also can only go upwards or it will start burning in the same spot. But air goes everywhere. So they are adaptable. And in fact, if a Gemini is not adaptable, then they are extremely traumatized. So what do Geminis, Virgos, Sagittarius, and Pisces need? Can anybody tell me? Do you know what you need? And Pal says, but I don't think spending when needed. Yeah, when needed. Because you're sensible. Very nice. Grounding, balance. Yes, balance is good. Yes, healthy boundaries. If you keep bending over backwards, your back will break. If you keep bending forward, your back will break. Mutable signs find it very difficult to say no. Because they're adaptable. Because they want to be adaptable. They need to be adaptable. Why do they need to be adaptable? Because they're transitory signs. Some ending is taking place. Spring is getting over. Summer is getting over. Autumn is getting over. Winter is getting over. They are the midway from an ending to a beginning. So they're always looking for the next step. A mutable sign will not want confrontation unless they are born on a Tuesday. Then they will go out of their way to have confrontation. What they want is to get to the next level because you see, they are the changers. They are the transitioners. So they want, oh, you're fighting right now, let's find peace because peace is the next level. Peace is the next season. What can I do to bring peace? What can I do to bring peace? They'll start placating the tyrant. They will start saying yes when they want to say no. They'll start saying no when they want to say yes. And big trouble. Mutable signs can fall very badly ill with chronic disease. Because their sense of balance is missing. They want so much to go towards the future, but you see, they're transitional, so they're also in the past. They're also part of the completion. They're also the part of the starting. They will do anything to get to the next point because they know that is their role on earth. I must finish spring so summer can start. I must finish summer so autumn can start. I must finish autumn so winter can start. And out of these, again, as you go scroll down the order from Aries to Pisces, Geminis, not the most adaptable, but adaptable. Virgoans, Sagittarius, Pisces, most adaptable, no water sign. It will go anywhere. It will be in anything. It will stay there. You lock your water in your bottle. What will that water do? It can't do anything till you open it. So they also become very susceptible to abuse. They become very susceptible to not even realizing they are abused. And when it comes to work, for a mutable sign, you can do something on your own. It is not recommended. When a mutable sign does not have support, because only cardinals have that sense of independence. I can carve my own path. Mutables need people. Mutables collapse when they're alone. Mutables cannot do it. In fact, it will be the simplest thing. It will be to sign a sheet of paper, but if somebody is not there to be with them, to remind them, to ask them, they won't sign that sheet of paper. very difficult for a mutable to be alone. So a mutable, again, also starts making very toxic choices in order to not be alone. And Vice Angel says, overwork can cause my health to deteriorate. Because you're a mutable, Vice Angel? Because if you're a mutable, then overwork is not so much overwork as the desire to keep harmony, the desire to please someone, the desire to make sure that you're not alone, because mutables can be driven by a lot of hidden anxiety and insecurity, more than any other. And Amrita says, would this be codependent relationships? Very much so. Mutables will land up in codependent relationships. And usually, a mutable will land up with a cardinal. Because you see, a cardinal likes to lead. Mutables want to be led. Both of them are now in a codependent relationship. Deborah says, it's strange, I was married to a Gemini. All you're saying about them, I seem to have taken on in our marriage. He was very emotionally abusive. Yes, abused his child, but I would not say anything until I would burst. Because everybody has a threshold. Everybody has a breaking point. You bend, you bend, you bend. Either way, backwards or forwards. Somewhere something will give away. Angela, it's only sun sign right now, and Aquarius is not a cardinal, and Aquarius is fixed. And Yati says, true, always been in a relationship with a cardinal, because y'all are moths to a flame. Flame being the cardinal, because they always have more fire. They have the maximum fire of all. In your perfect, in your ideal relationship, again, right? Even a cardinal has work to do. Even a fixed has work to do. Even a mutable has work to do. As long as, again, the three cornerstones of a relationship are maintained, which is there is commitment to each other, there is trust and respect, everybody will work on their own strengths. Cardinals don't always get it right, but they often do. It is like really hard sometimes to acknowledge how right a cardinal can be, but they're usually right. It is usually hard to acknowledge how terrifically a fixed will work, but they are. And it is usually hard to acknowledge how easily a mutable will give till they can't give anymore, but that is what they do. And everything, right? Too much of a good thing is bad. Too much of a bad thing is also bad. But even if it is nectar, can't keep drinking it. It becomes poison. The ability to have this balance, to work with your strengths and to convert whatever is not your strength into a strength, or to work around it, like not operate from your weakness, is true for everybody. And Vast Angel says Taurus and Scorpio were past relationships. Okay. So you had both of them were fixed. How did those go? Sheila says, so two fixed together. Very nice. As long as both of you all have a common goal and vision. Because one of you might be very interested in animals. The other might be very interested in architecture. And by the way, I'm quoting from a real life example. So A, that's the wife's name, A loves dogs, constantly bringing home everybody, joined an NGO. Her husband K is an architect. He loves designing buildings. He has a setup of his own. And both of these, K and A, K made quite a few adjustments. A refused to do so because in this A was the cardinal and K was a mutable. And ultimately, now that K is putting his foot down and asking for divorce, there is even more chaos. Because cardinal, right? How can the mutable lead? I am cardinal, I will lead. Dogs must be given priority because neither of them worked on a vision. Neither of them formed a common goal because when two fixed work together, remember you all are workers. You all can support each other very well. How you work is how they work. Therefore, they understand your work ethics. They understand how you love to work. They understand your workaholic nature. So if you have a common goal, let us say that two dog lovers get together, aren't they going to have a terrific relationship? Two fixed people who love dogs. K does not like dogs at all. Allergic to animals. Never had a pet at home till married A. And then A started bringing home animals. Adjusted. He adjusted. His mother, who is another cardinal, also adjusted. That's it. I mean, it was doomed from the start. And now things are just getting worse because now his back is up against the wall, right? Broken. You gave, you adjusted. Now nothing left to give. Kirti says fixed and cardinal. Fixed and cardinal, yeah. Fixed and cardinal is a good match as long as the cardinal is not expecting you to do their work. Because remember, the cardinal can very easily sit back, put their feet up on the chair and say, but you said you'll do it. But you didn't tell me I had to do that. But I know you'll do it. You always take care of it. Cardinals will do that. Cardinals will say it's your job because they are good delegators. They are fantastic delegators. Like mutables can't delegate at all. Fixed don't like to delegate. Fixed like to control their work life. So they don't like to delegate, which is why they don't make for good leaders. So when although you need a team, everybody needs a team in the end, but you will find this problem of not sharing will show up when you have a team. Ras says, it was bad. Both loved animals like me. So did that keep you all together? Payal says, I am Taurus and the husband is Leo. Oh, both of you are fixed. But you all don't have a common goal. You don't have a common vision. Remember, what does a fixed need? A fixed needs a vision. And if you're going to partner with a fixed, so for example, two fixed get together to start a company to what? Give me an example. Okay, to save animals. Oh my God, what a success that company will be. Because both of y'all will pull your weight. Both of y'all will make this bus run forward. If you don't have a vision and your fixed partner also doesn't have a vision, complete collapse. First of all, both of you all will be working incorrectly. Second of all, both of you are not working together. Supriya says, I am Virgo. Always feel I'm working like a servant, or people in my life treat me like that. Take me for granted, always overworking, overcaring, giving too much. I've realized how bad it is to be nice. Good, especially with people who do not deserve it at all. Good. You will learn. You know, my lovelies, all of these are lessons that come with time. You cannot know it now. Like, you know, our program, Karmic Light Warrior, which is where you become a practitioner, just got over. And there's lots of things I've said about how to be a practitioner. But I also know that all of them will fall into place only over time. Like we had a call called the Successful Healer. It will only happen over time. Supriya, you are at a fantastic place to recognize this. Because this does not mean I must stop giving, although for a while you must. Because you have to refuel. It is about trusting my awareness about where I will continue to give. Because you will give. See, Virgoans are the Zodiac's nurses. Virgoans are the zodiac researchers. So you will always be doing something. If you're not in service of someone, you are in service of your mind. And also hypercritical and perfectionist. So judgments can also creep in very easily. Because service is where servant comes from. Your desire to be in service will invariably make you attract people who treat you like a servant. Because you are in service. Virgoans can become servants very rapidly. Actually, all mutable signs, but Virgo is most of all. Pisces also easily become servants. Sagittarius not so much, because Sagittarius is a fire sign. So the fire gives them ambition, gives them a sense of self, gives them a little bit of cardinal energy. And Julie says, you just described my nightmare with the cardinal. But now that you know yourself better, you'll do something about it. I also wanted to take a look at the elements, because the way that you break down an element, right, like for example, a fire cardinal and a water cardinal behave a little differently. The way that a fire cardinal will lead, the way that an air cardinal will lead is different. Like air cardinals can get very irresponsible. Fire cardinals can get very controlling. And Uma says, I am Leo. Leo Gemini. What is Leo Gemini? Oh, you're a cusp? Is that what you meant? Because Gemini is far away from Leo. Gemini's partner is Virgo. No, Poonam, fire is not mutable. Fire is another way to understand your category better. The elements of fire, water, air, earth, and space. Space is for every sign. So space is not included as a separate understanding. The four elements are also for each sign. Pisces, Scorpio, Cancerian are water. Leo, Saggies, and who's the other fire sign? It's like Aries are fire. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn are earth. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius are air. So when you combine the understanding of the element with your cardinal fixed and mutable, you understand it better. And I haven't given you the finger holes for this, but you know what, my lovelies? We have another full moon coming up. I will tell you right now when it is. Probably 15th, I think. Oh no, 15th must be new moon. But we'll get together again. Until then, you can enjoy understanding this a little deeper and better. And we will do the elements combined with cardinal, fixed and mutable. And then we will do some finger work then as well. Very quickly, I will mention the fingers involved for each. So please take it down. And there are 3 ways which is already there in your reminder email, and it will be there in your replay email as well. When you work with your fingers, you can work to hold it, you can work to touch it with your thumb, or you can tap on it with your thumb. That activates the best of your sign. But what does that mean in the finger? I'm just going to put it down for our next full moon Zodiac special part 2 call. And let me give you what that is. So the thumb is Cancerian and Gemini. Index finger is Libra, Scorpio. Middle finger is Piscean, Aquarius. Ring finger is Aries and Taurus. Little finger is Leo and Virgo. And the center of the palm is when you will just put the fingers of the opposite palm in the center of the palm and touch it like that. And the center of the palm is Sagittarius and Capricorn. So how to work and harmonize and get the best out of your signs has been moved to the next full moon call, because clearly I didn't think it would take this long, but it has. And I thank you so much, my darlings, for your patience. Thank you for everybody who stayed. I thank you everybody who's going to be listening on the replay and taking time out to do this. But hey, we're on the hilltop and we're together, and we're also going to take a break together, as in we're going to lie down together. We're going to watch the full moon rising together, and then we're going to return on the hilltop when we meet again for the next full moon. I am going to say bye after I have answered the last set of questions that have come. Like Uma has said, Leo is your sun sign. What was your question? Did you have a question, my love? Is it to know why you're having trouble with him? Yeah, I think I answered this in a part of the fixed people, but because you're a fixed sign, give me 1 second, 1 second. Thank you so much, my lovelies. My next glass of water got over. So cheers again. So Uma, I lose my cool with him. I'm only serving. Let me take a look at your signs again. You are Leo and he is Pisces. So as it is, you are fire, he is water. He is going to be passive. You are going to be aggressive. And also, you are a fixed sign and he is a mutable sign. So mutable signs need to be told what to do. You're a fixed sign, so you think everybody works like you do. It's not true. You are not sharing your expectations correctly. You see, when somebody is a hard worker, they think everybody should work hard. They think everybody should work like them. This is not possible. It is your gift. It need not be somebody else's gift. And because the expectation is there without clear communication, like, for example, you could look at somebody who's a certain age and think, but don't they know this by now? Don't they know how to do this by now? But it is possible that they were never told and they were never taught. Mutable signs, especially a sign like Pisces, because Pisces is extremely passive. Water, no? You have to tell it where to go. And for a fixed sign, because you see fixed signs will create work, right? While you are planning the menu, you have already spoken to the grocer about what is to be sent over. That's how a fixed sign will work. But a mutable sign is not like that. A mutable sign can get very annoying to live with if you're a fixed sign, because they will call you up and say, oh, but there are 3 kinds of cabbages here. Which one do you want? They can get very frustrating to live with unless you have made everything very clear. Between a fixed and a mutable, one can end up being a parent and the other can become a child. Basically, the mutable will become the child, the fixed will become the parent. आप ही सब कुछ कर रहे हो. You're only clearing all the towels. You're only cleaning the house. You're only laying the table. This one is just showing up like to be taken care of. They have to be told very clearly what they have to do. What is the next question? 2 fixed signs, Scorpio, Aquarius, in different fields need a common vision. Yes, because only then you will support each other. Only then you will encourage each other. Only then you will uplift each other. Otherwise, it will be like, oh, you think you're the only one working so hard. I'm also working hard. You all will start defending each other's work to each other. Yeah, I know you're working, but today, can you at least today, one day, can you come back at 5 o'clock? I need to be at work. But I'm also at work. Is only your work important? These conversations will start happening. Yes, Zofia. Thank you so much. Yes, I'm going to get to the clearing for the mutable. I'm just going to quickly do this. Aquarius and Aries. Oh, cardinal. See, the moment you have a cardinal and you have a fire cardinal and then you have a fixed, they can do well. But like I said, as long as the fixed does not become the cardinal's servant, where only what the fire sign wants, you are doing. You're going out only when he is in the mood, not when you're in the mood. You are planning what he would like to do unless that gives you joy. Because you can agree with a cardinal's vision. A cardinal can show up and say, I am going to make sure that in the next 2 years, we are living in a mansion and having a Mercedes. The fixed can align to that vision and support. So that's an amazing partnership. Seema, you are Taurus, Aries, and your partner is, oh, so basically, okay. So basically, you are one season and this one is a completely different season, right? Like, ending bhi ho raha hai, starting bhi ho raha hai, dono saath saath ho raha hai. So this combination of Taurus, Aries, and I'm assuming that both of you are cusp. That's what you mean. You're not giving me a moon sign, right? Because if you're going to talk moon sign, then we must only talk moon sign. Cusp, right? So both of you all are cusp. So your Taurus, Aries, which is your cardinal with fixed, remember this is a good thing. You asked at the beginning and I said it would make you even tempered. At the same time, which day were you born? Which day was your partner born? You were born on a Friday. So your Taurus is going to be stronger than your Aries. Which day was your partner born? Partner is born on Wednesday. His Gemini is going to be stronger than his Taurus. So he's going to be quite flighty. He is going to have the shiny object syndrome. He won't complete something. He'll have great ideas, great thoughts, and then he won't put them together. He'll want to. He'll begin also, and he'll probably begin strong also, but then he won't complete. And the Aries in you will get upset with that. And because you are more family oriented, you will start sacrificing for him. You will start adjusting more than he is adjusting. As it is, women are more adjustable. It's like women are like, whatever their cardinals are, whatever their fixed and mutable are, they are all mutable only. Like we're all mutable only. Because we do compromise more easily because we're emotional creatures. So anybody who's emotional can be easily manipulated emotionally as well, or we ourselves will manipulate our own emotions. But I will say that a Taurus-Taurus combination is usually a sustainable one, because both of y'all are practical at the end of the day. Both of y'all are sensible, although he gets more insensible than you. Like Aries is also quite sensible. They are not spendthrifts. They're like, but Geminis can be a little bit, because they're a little more flamboyant. So they may invest more in vanity. And because the Taurus-Aries combination is not a vain combination, but you're born on Friday, so you'll still understand it. And I would say for both of y'all, again, the three principles: commitment, trust, respect. If these are missing, there's nothing your zodiac sign can do. If these are there, whatever your combination, you'll make it work. You see, because for the Taurus, which is fixed, but Aries is not fixed, and Gemini is mutable. So between the two of y'all, all three exist. Mutable bhi hai, fixed bhi hai, cardinal bhi hai. So when do you use your cardinal? When do you use your fixed? When do you use your mutable? Again, any good relationship has one common goal. When we retire, we are going to live in Hawaii. Our children must study abroad. One common goal every relationship needs. What is your common goal? We must both make money. Now that's also a common goal. Although shouldn't make money a goal, but still. Trust, Seema. Trust is the third one. Because then you'll trust. When your partner has a bad day, it's okay. Because the commitment is there. The respect is there. Between the two, you'll understand your partner. Otherwise, it's only a headlong clash. Because sometimes you're Aries. When you're being Aries and he's being Gemini, he'll adjust. But if you're being Aries and he's being Taurus, he'll get bullheaded. Then he'll just get stubborn for no rhyme or reason. Like Taurans argue in the most difficult manner, because Taurans don't budge in their argument. Tumne ye kiya. Then it is tumne ye kiya, tumne ye kiya, you did this, you did this, you did this, you did. Like they won't budge. And Dr. Kirti says, very true, my sister's Taurus. Yeah. Because the first fixed sign, so the most stubborn. And Aquarius, least stubborn. But Aquarians also get quite stubborn, especially if they think that their visionary attitude to humanity is being questioned. So Dr. Kirti says the best compatible ones are cardinal, fixed, cardinal mutable, fixed mutable, fixed also. Your common goal in a relationship, your common vision in a relationship is crucial, because then a fixed will be in service of that vision to the cardinal. The cardinal in any case is always committed to their own vision. And then cardinal mutable, the mutable will also adapt to the vision. And fixed will fantastic partnership when you have that vision. Okay, my lovely. Healthy boundaries comes in. Drawing healthy boundaries becomes easier and easier and easier. It is easier. It is easier. It's not so hard. It's not so hard. It's not so difficult. It's not so difficult. It's not so impossible. Mutable signs, fix and repair yourself. Geminis, fix and repair yourself. Virgos, fix and repair yourself. Sagittarians, fix and repair yourself. Pisceans, fix and repair yourself. Healthy boundaries, known and drawn, known and drawn. Balance comes in, emotional balance comes in, physical balance comes in, mental balance comes in, chemical balance comes in, hormonal balance comes in, suppression goes out, suppression goes away. The universe brings me my perfect partnership. The universe brings me my perfect partnership. The universe brings me my perfect partnership. Have water, everybody. Absolutely, Dr. Kirti. And truly, it is only in understanding yourself you'll understand another. When you understand another, you don't blame so much. You don't hold so much against them. You don't fixate on the grudges and resentment. Everybody has a story. We have ours, they have theirs. So when you know yourself better, guaranteed you will have better relationships wherever you are right now. Rhonda says, I am Gemini. My partner is Capricorn. And everybody, let me do cheers one more time. Keep sipping some water. Rhonda, what was your question? Let me find you again. Where is it? Yeah. You are Gemini. So you are mutable, but your partner is a cardinal. You will find yourself constantly bending your will to theirs. And if they are not healthy, you will not be healthy. As a mutable, you too need to align to a common goal. Because cardinals can get short-tempered and aggressive, they can get very scary to be with, especially if you're a mutable. Because as a mutable, your tendency is to adapt, you see. Your tendency is to say, okay, I'll do it. And the next thing you know, you are now doing what you don't want to do. There will be, like I said, my lovelies, mutables can end up having the most amount of unwellness and illness. Like, it just doesn't seem to get better. Mutables also end up putting on a lot of weight because everything gets suppressed, right? Because they're so busy adapting to another. They're so busy wanting to get to the next season that they don't close the previous season. You are a transitioner. Your power in a relationship is to bring change in the relationship. But if that gift is not being utilized by either you or your partner, both will suffer. Your partner will also suffer, by the way. It may seem like the cardinal is getting their way, but because the cardinal is also not using their leadership, right? Now they're using tyranny. There is no reward for tyranny. They will also have health problems. Yeah. Mutables, you're compatible with everybody, but you have to draw that healthy boundary. You are compatible with all. You make friends the fastest. You are interested in other people. You like to talk to other people. You like to ask other people, how are you doing? What's up with you today? You like to respond to other people. Fixed may or may not respond, like somebody said, right? I know who I want to like and share with. So fixed can get very fixed on who they will be what with. Cardinals also can be very moody. I can't lead this person, I'm not interested in this person. I can't control this person, I'm not interested in this person. But mutables, they're affable people. They're likable people and they want to be liked back. So there is a lot a mutable will do in order to be liked back. Like there is a lot fixed will do in order to be validated for their work. You can pay fixed compliments for how they look and how they are. They may receive, they may not receive. But if you validate them for their work, oh, they will love you back. Because you see, everybody wants to be validated for their gifts. Cardinals want to be validated for everything. Because cardinals thrive on power. They're leaders, right? You got to give a leader their space. You got to give a leader their power. Cannot be trying to bring a leader down. Again, leader will also suffer, but the other one will also suffer. There is no reward in this. You can have temporary satisfaction in having that sense of power, but there is no joy. There is no sustainable victory. Then there is only war all the time. And the Archangel says, yo-yo weight. Yeah, because mutables, again, if you're carrying somebody else's weight, you'll put on weight. If you're not carrying somebody else's weight, you'll start shedding weight. Very easy for a mutable to carry other people's weight, other people's baggage. Because they know that I have to get to the next season. If it means I should carry this person's weight to get to the next season, I'll carry this person's weight. But that is not you honoring your gift. You are not meant to carry anybody's weight. You must only carry your own. Deal with your own stuff. Wherever you are, may your gifts be honored. Whether you are cardinal, mutable, or fixed, may you be recognized for who you are. May you be cherished for what you bring to the table. May you be validated, acknowledged, empowered, encouraged, praised, and uplifted for everything you contribute in your relationships, to your family, your friends, your community, your country, and to Earth. I have enjoyed my time with you so much, my lovelies. I'm already looking forward to our next full moon call, where we will use what we have understood today, add some more to it, and do some more work. See you then. Big love, big hug. I love you all, my Zodiac people. Namaste from India.